Hello there. I am the biblical translator, but I'm not performing as the biblical translator today. I am, well, let me say I'm giving you some food for your heart. And I've decided to do a little series. I'll see how it goes and see if you find it helpful. So, let me see what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about loneliness or solitude. So, first of all, welcome. Today's food for the heart is about loneliness versus solitude. Just as our bodies need food to stay healthy, our hearts need feeding too. I'm not talking about the organ that pumps blood around your body. I'm talking about the part of us that feels joy, sadness, peace, disappointment, hope, and love. If we don't feed that part of ourselves, we can become emotionally hungry without even realizing it. Today's food for the heart is something that affects many people, especially in the world we're living in today. It's the difference between loneliness and solitude. At first glance, they can look exactly the same. In both situations, you might be sitting in a room by yourself. You might eat alone. You might wake up alone. You might have nobody knocking at your door. From the outside, they look identical, but inside, they are completely different experiences. Loneliness is feeling disconnected. It is wanting someone to talk to, someone to laugh with, someone who notices you're there. It is the feeling that although there are millions of people in the world, somehow you still feel unseen. Many people experience loneliness after losing a loved one, after retirement, after children leave home, after a relationship ends, after pets die, or even after moving to a new place. Sometimes loneliness isn't caused by being physically alone at all. Some people are lonely in marriage. Some are lonely in a crowded workplace. Some are lonely in church. Some are lonely surrounded by family. You can be in a room full of people and still feel that nobody really knows you or even wants to. That's loneliness. Solitude is something different. Solitude is being alone without feeling abandoned. It is choosing to spend time with yourself because you recognize that your own company has value. It becomes a place where you can think clearly, rest your mind, pray if that's what you do, read a book, listen to music, sit in your garden, watch the birds, or simply enjoy the quiet without feeling empty. I've learned that solitude can become one of the life's greatest gifts. After my relationship ended, I had to learn the difference. At first, the silence felt unfamiliar. For years, there had always been another person in the house. Then suddenly, it was just me. I had a choice. I could allow that silence to convince me I was lonely, or I could slowly make peace with it. That didn't happen overnight. It took time, but gradually, I stopped seeing an empty space on the sofa. I stopped seeing toenails that looked like they'd gone mountain climbing. I stopped listening for someone tiptoeing up the stairs trying to avoid the creaky ones. I started seeing space, space that I had created. What once seemed heavy with stuff and nervous energy now became a space to think, space to breathe, space to understand myself better, space to hear my own thoughts instead of someone else's. I think many of us spend so much of our lives looking after other people that we almost forget who we are when nobody needs us. Then one day life becomes quieter and we discover we don't actually know how to enjoy our own company. That's something we can learn. We often hear people say, I don't want to grow old alone. I understand that. Most of us enjoy companionship. Some people enjoy aloneship. I think I prefer the latter with a little bit of companionship thrown in at times. The Bible tells us that human beings were made for relationships, but I think that was at a time when people needed each other for something. Men worked the fields, women looked after the home and the children. We have been conditioned that that is still the case, even though circumstances have changed. And because we have been conditioned, we end up feeling lonely instead of acknowledging that life is different. Expectations are different, needs are different, people are different, not all mutually exclusive. Sometimes it's about finding mutuality among people. I also think that there's something important we don't say often enough. Being alone isn't the same as being lonely. Some of the happiest couples I've met live by themselves. Their homes are full of warmth. Some have friends. Some prefer not to for various reasons. These people have purpose. They have interests. They have found peace. I've also met people who never spend a single evening by themselves, yet they carry loneliness everywhere they go. That tells me loneliness isn't really about the number of people around us. It's about the quality of the connections we have, including the connection we have with ourselves. So if you're feeling lonely today, please don't be ashamed of it. It isn't a weakness. It doesn't mean you failed. It simply means your heart is hungry for connection. Perhaps today you could make one phone call, speak to a neighbour, join a local group, smile at someone in the supermarket, accept an invitation you've been putting off. Sometimes the smallest step can begin to change how we feel. And if today you're spending time in solitude, don't rush to fill every quiet moment with noise. Sometimes our hearts grow strongest in peaceful places. Sometimes healing happens in the silence. Sometimes the answers we've been searching for only become clear when the world becomes quiet enough for us to hear them. For those of us who believe in God, solitude can also become a place where we discover that although no human being is sitting beside us, we are never truly alone. That thought has brought comfort to countless of people over the generations, including me. So today's food for the heart is this. Don't measure your life simply by how people around you, don't measure your life simply by how many people are around you. Measure it by the peace within you. If companionship comes, treasure it. If solitude comes, don't fear it. Learn from it. Grow through it. And remember that a heart can be nourished by kindness, by purpose, by hope, by meaningful conversation, by quiet reflection, and by knowing that your life still has value, whether your house is full of people or whether today it's just you. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. Until next time, take care of your body, but don't forget to feed your heart too. And I hope you enjoyed that little series. I do want to do more of them because sometimes we talk about what's going on in the world, we talk about what's going on in the Bible, we talk about what's going on around us, but we don't talk about what's going on within us. And sometimes what's happening within us affects what's happening around us. So this food for the heart is a place where you can just come sometimes just to listen to a couple of words that might make you feel more at ease with yourself, more at ease with your choices. Give you a sense of peace. And so I'm going to stop it there. You have a wonderful day. Today isn't as hot in the UK as it has been. I think the thermostat showed 29 degrees today. So I've closed all my blinds. They do reckon that if it's hot outside, to close all your blinds to keep the place cooler and stop the sun from penetrating. It does seem a bit of a shame to block out the sun, which is full of vitamin D, but sometimes the sun that we're receiving is not the sun that God sent us. Too many people have been messing around with the ozone layer and what else have you. So for now, I am going to say goodbye. I'm going to speak to you again tomorrow, hopefully, and give you another food for thought or food for the heart. and hope it keeps you in the place it was intended to. So take care now. Bye bye.